Hi ladies, it's Crystal and I'm signing in today. I wanted to let everybody know that I am on cycle day 3 of my cycle, and AF came on Monday. Thank God. I went to the lake this past weekend with my friend and my husband and her husband, and we had a fabulous time. And I was kind of nervous the whole time that I was going to get my period, so I was like, oh, great. But I was lucky enough that AF decided to wait till Monday. So cycle day 3, we are trying this month on our own. We don't really put a lot of stock into it. I'm not really going to be upset if it doesn't work. Trying on our own, we haven't really ever gotten anywhere anyway, so that's fine with me. I'm okay with that. But like I said, we are still going to try because I'm on the right side this month, so why not? But anyways, other than that, I have been getting myself prepared mentally to do like a lifestyle diet change so that I don't have to go on birth control. So I'll tell you about that in just a second. Bye. I would just want to say real quick, happy birthday to my sister. Today is her 23rd birthday. I think so. She's my middle sister. I have an older brother and 2 half-sisters, Natalie and Alicia. And so, yeah, anyways, happy birthday, Natalie, if you watch this. I don't know if you do, but if you do, happy birthday. I love you so much, and I can't wait to see you. My sister's coming in town today, and I haven't seen her, and I haven't seen her since I had my miscarriage. She had come in town around that time, and that was the last time I saw her, and I was just so and sad and everything that I just couldn't enjoy her time. So anyways, enough of that. Today is July 11th, and today is cycle day 3. Now, I know in my last video I told everybody that we are basically taking a big old break and that we are going to be saving for in vitro fertilization. So we're still going to do that. And my doctor recommended that I go back on birth control to control the growth of my endo and to control some of the pain that I've been having. And if that doesn't work, then she'd like to put me on Lupron, which means menopause for a little while. And I certainly do not want to do that. I just don't want to do that at all. So I've been looking online, basically scouring the internet for any and all information I can find to kind of help me figure out what type of diet, lifestyle change it is that I need to do in order to control this, to control the endo in my own way. Because in vitro fertilization is a lot of money, and we're going to be waiting a little while to do it, which is fine. We have plenty of things to get in order and get going before we do IVF, and I'm totally fine with that now. I was very frustrated and upset at first because I was like, oh, it's going to take forever, and you know, I'm 29, so you know, I've got until, my doctor said until 32, don't wait past that time. So that's a great time frame to get things in order, save more money, and just, you know, prepare ourselves. So we are taking the break. However, I want to, like I said, sorry, I'm getting myself all distracted. I want to take more control over, gosh, my air conditioning is loud. I want to take control over what I put into my body, because I think that I can maybe help my endo that way. And if I can do that, then that still gives us opportunities to try on our own and maybe perhaps become successful and not have to pay $12 to $14,000 to make a baby. So that is kind of the plan. And if any of you ladies out there are on a diet like that, or if you already naturally eat in such a way that is to benefit your fertility and health, you can share with me any ideas, recipes, websites, anything like that that you'd like to, because I would love to look at any more information that I can find. And if you don't know much about the diet for endometriosis, it is, it's kind of intense, and it's a little scary to me because it's my lifestyle. Not that I'm like, you know, the most horrible eater in the entire world. I'm not that way, but I know that I still don't eat like the best. You know, I eat fast food here and there. I mean, we don't eat a lot of microwavable stuff because we don't have a microwave. We chose, when we moved into our house like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, we were like, we're not going to have cable and we're not going to have a microwave, and we still don't have either one, which I'm really proud of us. So, you know, we don't eat a lot of stuff that's extremely processed as far as like microwavable stuff, but we still do eat occasionally a lot of fast food, and so that's like our downfall. So I feel like I can do this. I'm afraid to do this because I know that it is such a big lifestyle change, and I'm afraid that I'll fall off the wagon, or that it will be hard for me because, you know, I don't really expect my husband to do it because I know he's not that kind of guy, and he's going to eat what he needs to eat, and this is a me thing, this isn't a him thing, so I don't want to force it upon him. I mean, if he wants to join in and eat certain things that I eat, then, you know, all the power to him, but I'm going to try not to get upset whenever he's not doing what I'm doing. So that's the part that scares me the most. It's just that I'm going to feel weak and say, oh, you know, well, he's eating this, I'm going to go ahead and just eat that too. So that's what I don't want. So I have to, I'm basically in my head, I'm taking this rest of July to kind of like prepare for this and to mentally make myself at peace with the fact that I'm going to be giving up some foods that I enjoy, and I'm going to, in my head, my start date for this lifestyle change is going to be August. I would like to try, I'm the kind of person who, you know, I'm sure you can start a diet plan or anything like that any day of the week, but for me, we're already in July, and so I just feel like August, when I look at it, you know, I can go, okay, you know, that's a starting point. Let me just, you know, and give myself all this time right now to prepare. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been looking up recipes. I've been making notes. I've been looking at different types of foods and vitamins and supplements and just all kinds of different things. I mean, I've even looked into, I'm going to start using my own face wash, and I'll get the recipes and things like this for y'all later, but I'm kind of rambling everything together because I'm kind of excited about this change, this lifestyle change. But I've been looking up stuff, and it was from another vlogger on YouTube that kind of inspired me to do this, and she was talking about, and God, I never remember people's channel names. Ugh. I'll have to look it up and like add it in there somewhere. But she was talking about using natural stuff at home, like not buying detergent, making your own shampoo, and you know, things like that. So I kind of am leaning towards that type of lifestyle. Some people can call me crazy. Some people can say, oh, it's not going to work, just take birth control. People can say whatever they want to say, but I'm going to do what I'm going to do. So, you know, and looking through all of this information and reading and researching, it just makes me more aware of how many awful toxins and chemicals we are putting inside our bodies every single day. And for me, I mean, I can't get pregnant and stay pregnant, so that is drastic. That means I have to do something drastic in my life to maybe help that along, is how I feel. So anyways, I've got like, I made some notes and stuff like that. It's kind of like all over the place, but basically, this is like, to sum it up, what you have to do for a diet for endometriosis. And it's kind of also like the paleo diet, which I've been reading about that. That's like a caveman diet, I mean, full on. But I've been looking at it and just kind of, you know, like pulling little bits and pieces from it, like, oh, okay, you know, that's a really good thing, I should do that, or, you know, whatever. Basically, these are the things that it says to do. That is, increase omega-3 fatty acids. And then, like, I have notes on, like, what all of those things are. And, like, hold on, sorry, I'm, like, saying like a lot. I don't know where that list is, but, okay, yes, sorry, I found it. Omega-3 fatty acids, you can find them in fish oils, walnut oil, flaxseed oil, and olive oil. I mean, you can get them in other things too, but these are like the oils that you can do. So anyways, it says to increase the omega-3 fatty acids. It says to avoid meat, dairy products, wheat, and sugar. Those are all of the things that I love. All of the things that I love. Actually, the wheat, like the flour and things like that, like I eat sandwiches, but I'm not a huge bread fan. I never really have, so that's not going to be too difficult for me to give up. I saw online there's tons of recipes for different types of bread, like that you can do that don't have flour and wheat and things like that, because it's an irritant for my body. It's an irritant. So anyways, avoid meat, dairy products, wheat, and sugar. Oh God, sugar is that's going to be the hardest for me. Increase fiber, and it says to incorporate like 25 grams of fiber in your diet a day. And so it says good sources of fiber is whole grains, and that's excluding wheat and rye. So whole grains are going to be okay for me, but not wheat and not rye. So fiber is also beans, peas, and pulses, brown rice, vegetables, fruit, and oatmeal. So I mean, I can do all of that, totally. And then it also says to incorporate 1 to 2 servings a day of greens that also have a lot of fiber and other antioxidants and things like that. And that's mustard greens, broccoli, cabbage, and turnips. Screw cabbage. I don't like it. Maybe I can find a way to like it in like a spring roll or something like that, but I've never ever been a cabbage fan, and I am still not a cabbage fan. So I'm gonna have to search for some recipes online and see if I can find something that will allow me to make it and be able to eat it. And turnips. So some other things that it says is to basically modulate your estrogen, and by changing your diet and things like that, you have a little bit more control over how your estrogen is being affected, because estrogen is what feeds endometriosis. So it says avoid caffeine and alcohol. That's not really a big deal for me. I don't drink sodas. Like, I might have a soda once a month, once every couple months. I just am not a soda person. I do drink hot green tea at work. Whenever I get to work, almost every day I make a cup of hot green tea. So that's one thing that I think I'm going to try to keep. I mean, on this diet, I don't want to completely go crazy. I want to still allow myself some small things that are going to be good for me. And I really think that my green tea is not going to hurt me. Green tea is all the way. So I don't drink coffee, so I'm fine with that. On occasion I do, but I can go without it. Alcohol, go without, fine. I'll drink some wine. Wine is good for the body. Wine is good for the body. Red wine especially, and I'm a red wine fan, so that's fine. But other alcohols like, you know, vodkas and liquors and beers and things like that, it has wheat and barley and all that stuff in it. So I can learn how to stay away from that, and it's probably better for me anyway. It says avoid refined foods and additives. So again, if I'm making stuff from, you know, raw foods, produce, and, you know, rices and things like that, I'm going to be staying away from those additives. I'm not going to be eating something that's pumped full of chemicals. So that I'm going to do. It says minimize or avoid soy products because they contain high levels of phytoestrogens. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'll have to ask my husband how to say it. But it's a thing that it's a thing that you have whenever everybody has it in their body, but when you have endometriosis, a lot of times those cytoestrogens, I think it's cytoestrogens, they are increased whenever you have all these other extra chemicals and hormones coming into your body. And those, for women who have endometriosis, basically the cytoestrogens, if you have a higher amount of them that are the negative ones, they cause your uterus to contract like the weeks leading up to your period. Like, everybody has cramps, you know, or some women have cramps, and a lot of times women who have severe cramps leading up to their period, that's your uterus contracting, preparing for your period. And if you are getting pregnant and your body is doing that, your uterus is contracting, you might not even be able to keep the implanted egg when that happens, because your uterus is already contracting, so it's like pushing it out. So that is another cause for women with endometriosis not able to carry a pregnancy, is because your uterus is constantly, like, you know, it's just pushing it out, so it doesn't really have a chance to implant into the uterine lining. So it says, so soy has a lot of, soy is a negative effect on the cytoestrogens in your body and causes them to make that happen. So yeah, soy, you know, most people think soy is great, and yeah, I'm sure it is, but for me, endometriosis wise, it's not good for my body. So And I don't think it'll be difficult to stay away from that. I mean, obviously, I'm just going to have to really pay attention to foods that I buy. Any sort of box food that I buy, I'm just going to have to look at the ingredients and see what's in it. It says, peel fruit and vegetables to remove toxic chemicals. That's fine. Or, I mean, I usually try to wash them in really hot water, so that's kind of new. Sometimes I like, though, biting into a fruit and having that toughness of the skin. It says, eat organic produce whenever possible, and drink lots of filtered or mineral water. So I drink tons of water. It's not necessarily filtered, but I mean, I drink tons of water, so I'm fine in that department. Okay, I'm getting to 14 minutes. I promise I'm almost done with this. Yeah, and it's specifically on the meats that it says to avoid is like red meat. I'm still going to eat fish and occasionally chicken, but I'm going to try to get a lot of my protein from beans and things like that. And then it says to leave out eggs unless you get organic eggs, because they have a chemical residue of dioxin, and dioxin is really bad for endometriosis. And I mean, dioxin is bad for anybody. It's a toxin. It's a poison. But it can cause digestive problems like IBS and increase constipation. So I definitely don't want that. Fried foods, saturated fats and oils, soy products and soy protein products, convenience foods, tinned foods. Oh, okay. Like canned vegetables and things like that. It says use, but use sparingly. So anyways, yeah, I'm sorry I kind of got off on a ramble there, but I have all of this information in front of me, and I'm excited. I want to try this. I'm going to try and not beat myself up about it if I slip, if I fall, or if it doesn't go as smoothly as I hope it does. But anyways, I am going to get off here because my video is getting long. I just wanted to say thank you for listening. And aren't you proud of me? I did not cry in this video. My last couple of videos have been so tearful and just so emotional that right now I have a much better handle on things. So with that being said, wishing lots of luck to all you ladies out there who are trying to conceive and just, whatever you're doing in your life. Hope it's all going well. I'll probably update soon. I'm thinking I'll probably update like mid-cycle to let you all know if I've ovulated. Again, I'm not putting too much stock into that. Like, I'm not going to be devastated if it doesn't work. Again, I'm kind of excited to start my little diet thing here. And it's not to lose weight. I mean, I'll be great if I lose a couple more pounds. But this diet is for my health specifically. So I'm the only one that has power over my health. So I'm the only one who can do anything about it. So if you have any suggestions or advice or anything along those lines, things that you think might be helpful, please leave me a comment below, or you can send me a personal message, whatever you want to do.